Well, it's another great Saturday, and we're glad to have you join us right here on Ageless in America. I'm Lew Wilson.
And I'm Anna Johnson, and yes, we are delighted to have you with us. I know, Lew, sometimes so many people say, "Dadgummit, it's 11:30 on Saturday, and I forgot to watch it." I said, well, set your VCR. They can do that, you know.
Yes,
just
they
set
can.
your VCR and watch the show, because we try to give you so much great information that hopefully will help you live well and be healthy and be happy, like we say.
Everybody in the whole studio is laughing. They got me laughing. So I think healthy and being happy is a very important part of our lives. What about you?
I would think so.
Hey, you know what? This Tuesday coming up is a special day. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, look at the Irish.
Faith and
you.
Bigorra
Yeah.
and yeah.
All that good stuff.
Get ready to party, right, this weekend?
You know, we're going to talk today a little bit about senior living, and we were out at a special place this past week and did a wonderful feature on Allegro. And, you know, senior living is not what it used to be, 30 years ago. Yeah. It's
That's a whole different arena, yeah.
As you will see.
Yes, you will. So, but you've done some research.
Yeah, well, I had to. I mean, before you put a loved one in a facility or community, you want to check out all of the possibilities, and you have to do that. And they say the first thing you should do when you walk into a community like that is to see if everybody smiling.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. And
that's very important.
And we just did that. We walked in a special community, and we're going to share that with you right now. They say it's like a cruise ship in here every day.
Oh my gosh, it is just so pretty. Let's talk to some folks, okay?
Lead the way.
Okay. Gail, we've heard a lot of wonderful comments about Allegro. In your opinion, what should people look for?
You know, I think it's more of a feeling. Certainly you have to look for things that are important. You look for, are the people happy? You know, are they having a good time? Talk to the people who live there. But most of all, it's what you feel when you walk in the door. That's what's really important.
We love golfing in Allegro. Have you ever tried the back nine?
I like the activities that they have. You can keep as busy as you choose. The dining services are wonderful. We have great parties here. The staff is outstanding in every department. They're all very caring.
Everything is so nice. The people is so wonderful to you.
The sincerity of the people. I mean, we just felt so comfortable the second they moved in. I just have always felt like they're just part of us.
So we have a family. We're truly connected to each other, and we look out for one another.
We fall in love with the residents. They're the reason we come to work, and I think the most important part of my job is that I feel as though we're enhancing people's lives and making a difference to them.
Everybody seems so excited about this place.
I know. Let's look around and see what else this cruise ship has to offer.
That's a great idea.
Lew, this is such a great menu. They have not only main choices, but they have heart-healthy choices. That's great.
Do they have Italian?
Of course, they have Italian-style pork cutlets and a great menu. Wow, what a lunch. What about your menu? What does it say?
Well, that's kind of like food you get on a cruise ship, right?
Sounds good to me.
What's that? Well, my menu's a little different. It's an activities menu. So we need to eat fast because there is a boatload of activities that we need to go to.
Let's go. Let's do that.
We're after that.
Hey, Karen, I've lost Lew. Have you seen him around? Lew, there you are. Where have you been?
Just had my hair done.
Oh my goodness, you know, I heard
got some beautiful music out in the courtyard. Let's check it out.
Really?
Okay?
Let's go.
Bill Bailey, won't you please come home?
I thought it was good. Yeah.
All right, one more time.
All right.
One more time.
We're
For
getting
good
too good. We got to go on the road next time.
There you go. You got to go on the road. I
Let's
like
go on the
that.
road. Right.
I got the winning hand to win the jar of jelly beans. Watch this.
Jim, better luck next time.
I mean, this is what retirement should be about. It should be about enjoying your life. And so we should plan for where we're going to live and what we're going to do when we start thinking about retirement.
For me, the best part is no dishes, no cleaning, just sit back and enjoy life.
Coming up next, a life-limiting experience.
The Area Agency on Aging for North Florida is an aging and disability resource center for the Panhandle and Big Bend regions. We can help you apply for Medicaid, long-term care, and we offer a network of community partners for senior health and wellness. Services include elder abuse prevention and awareness, Medicare and long-term care counseling, as well as our Elder Helpline, connecting elders and persons with disabilities and caregivers to community resources. Call us today.
Do you have a loved one who needs help with cooking, light housekeeping, or simply companionship?
Or do you know a post-surgical patient or a new mom who needs a little help around the house?
Healing by Nature in-home care and senior services provides dependable and compassionate caregivers to allow you or your loved one to remain in the security of your own home. Call us today or visit our website for more information. Healing by Nature in-home care and senior services, where it's natural to heal at home.
We were born to create. We live to awaken the senses and enlighten the mind. We delight the spirit and soar with the angels. We have an exceeding desire to be, to do, to expand. Embrace your opportunity. Tell your story. Impact Visual Media. Don't be content with your content. Love it.
Well, welcome back. And I just have to tell on Anna. Anna, they
Oh
don't
my
sell
gosh.
VCRs anymore.
I know. Showing my age here, you know, that's what I always said. Isn't that awful? It's digital video recording.
Yes.
And even now that's supposed to be primitive, you know, according to some of the younger people today.
You know, they thought Dick Tracy was crazy a while back. You ought to see the watches today.
I'm sorry. So you know what to set now, okay?
Anyway, you know, speaking of choices, everybody has to make choices in their life, and whether it's searching for a senior living community or it's honestly to talk about a life-limiting experience. And your choices in life could have something to do with your career, your life, your family. And in that regard, we're going to take a quick look at Big Bend Hospice, and they're going to show us how they help you improve the quality of your life during the final days. Most of us have heard the word hospice. Share with us the definition of hospice care and what makes Big Bend Hospice's approach so special.
Well, the word hospice can be a scary word to someone that has never been exposed to a family member that's been able to receive hospice care. Hospice is caring for someone approximately in the last 6 months of their life after they have either decided themselves that aggressive care is no longer the route that they want to choose in dealing with a terminal illness, or a physician may have suggested that it's time to talk with a hospice in order to receive help caring for a family member or even themselves dealing with that life-limiting illness.
In your area, you're kind of known as the hometown hospice, and you work so hard to make the community feel like you belong to them. Tell us about some of your programs and efforts.
We are very fortunate in Tallahassee to have a community that supports Big Bend Hospice, not only by having us come in and have the privilege of caring for their loved one, but also by making financial donations that allow us to provide services that many hospices are not currently providing. We have a wonderful music therapy department. We work in partnership with Florida State University. We have interns that come in from all over the country in order to learn medical musical therapy and caring for hospice patients. We also have a wonderful bereavement department that offers services to anyone that has lost a loved one. You do not have to have had experience with Big Bend Hospice, and it can be a loss of any sort. It can be a divorce. It can be losing a pet. It can be a tragic, sudden, unexpected loss. Many times in the schools, there may be a school that's affected by an automobile accident, or sometimes with students there may be a suicide, and that impact is far-reaching. And our bereavement department is able to go into the schools and provide crisis bereavement counseling as well as doing individual counseling here at no charge. And that's because of the donations that get made to Big Bend Hospice throughout the year, whether it's a fundraiser that we're doing in our 8 counties that we cover, or it's someone suggesting in their obituary that in lieu of flowers, that donations get made to Big Bend Hospice. We also have a wonderful volunteer department where we're utilizing our volunteers in all of our 8 county service areas in just about any way that you can imagine, both in helping us take care of our patients, but also doing things like running errands and going to the grocery store, helping people with their taxes. Dealing with a terminal illness is so overwhelming for families that the needs are very unique, but the needs are great, and we're able to help them in any way possible.
Well, that's incredible. And I know we have a special message that we want to take a look at, and then we're going to talk about some 5 wishes. So let's take a look at this personal message right now.
My son was diagnosed with carcinoma of an unknown primary. He was seeking treatment over in Jacksonville, and he opted to not stay at the hospital because at that point in ICU there was really nothing else they could do for him. For the circumstances, I really couldn't. I couldn't have done this without them. I would have been too afraid to take him out of that hospital, not knowing what to do. And even though he didn't want to be resuscitated or on life support, it still would have scared me to take him home and not know that even though I knew they couldn't do anything, they would know how to handle it more than me.
That was a very, very powerful message. Share with us now why the 5 wishes are really so important.
As Tammy said, it is such a stressful time when you're dealing with a terminal illness with a loved one. 5 wishes is the opportunity to think about some of those events that may occur before they actually happen so that you can make decisions during a time that is not so stressful. It's also important that you communicate those decisions to your loved ones. It makes a big difference in dealing with serious illness at the time it occurs.
That's an incredible variety of services that you offer. Thank you so much for all you do here in the community, and we'll be back right after this.
Coming up next, Partners in Education.
The Area Agency on Aging for North Florida is an aging and disability resource center for the Panhandle and Big Bend regions. We can help you apply for Medicaid, long-term care, and we offer a network of community partners for senior health and wellness. Services include elder abuse prevention and awareness, Medicare and long-term care counseling, as well as our Elder Helpline, connecting elders and persons with disabilities and caregivers to community resources. Call us today.
Some very cool local firms want to make your golden years the best years of your life. There are benefits to being over 50, and there's one convenient place where you can find them: localseniordiscounts.com. Imagine discounts for more than 25 area restaurants, retail and shopping, health, medicine, household services. For details on these special offers, visit localseniordiscounts.com. You'll be glad you did.
When it comes to an award-winning Sunday brunch buffet, Andrew's Capital Grill and Bar is the only name in town. Eggs Benedict, made-to-order omelets, a carving station with roasted turkey and Angus roast beef, and side selections that can only be made better with one of our mimosas or Bloody Marys. Happy hour is all weekend and includes ice-cold draft beer and a great selection of craft beers and 2-for-1 margaritas. So be sure to start your week off right at Andrew's Capital Grill and Bar, the heart of downtown.
Well, welcome back, and that's such a powerful clip that Big Ben Hospice shares with us. And just on a note that, you know, their information is, Big Ben Hospice is not about dying. It's about the quality of life that you live with the life that you have left to live. So I hope I said that okay, but
Yeah,
it's important, and we'll see that again later on in the episode. But we got something else coming up.
Yeah, and they help so many families in this area. I mean, they're just incredible. So if you need them, call them. Opening nights has been so incredible for people in our area with so many great programs. And so we're going to talk once again, or actually Lou talked with Chris Heathcock over at Florida State University opening nights. And today we're going to learn about partners in education and development workshops. So let's listen.
This is a great series, Chris, and we've covered a lot in the past few weeks. Tell us about your Partners in Education program.
Yeah, so Partners in Education is actually a national education program through the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C., yes. And we were designated a Partners in Education site with Leon County Schools this year. We're one of less than 100 in the United States, so it's really an honor to be designated a Partners in Education site. And what it is, it's a formal relationship between a school district, and that being Leon County Schools here, and a performing arts organization, Opening Nights Performing Arts. And what we do is we bring certified arts integration instructors to the area and provide professional development for teachers in Leon County. And so this year we've brought 3 master teachers to come in and work with our teachers and provide instruction so they can do a better job integrating the arts into the curriculum in Leon County Schools.
So you have development workshops, and you got some certifications that are involved?
Well, they can get some certification through that. One of the things about the program is it's a long-term relationship. So one of the things that we're working on is in future years to be able to provide that certification, maybe through the university here or other areas in arts integration.
Well, how can people find out more information about that?
Yeah, you can find out more information on our website at openingnights.fsu.edu.
And it keeps coming. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Chucha Barber with Impact Visual Media, and this is my son, Ryan Barber.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Ryan. And we are?
WCTV's Digital Minute.
Ryan, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I'm in a hurry or running late, and you know, I miss out on some of the stuff I want to see on WCTV. One of my favorite things are the cooking segments, like with Shonda Knight. Yeah. And so, is there a way to go back and get those?
Absolutely.
Help me out.
We'll take you to WCTV.tv, which is our website. And our cooking segments air in the spotlight during the Good Morning Show. In our navigation header, which is located right here under our logo, GMS. You can drop that down and simply click on In the Spotlight. On the right side of the screen, you'll notice we have a video player. Here's the link for this morning's In the Spotlight Chef segment. So if I were to play that, your video would play and you'd be able to rewatch the segment you missed.
Well, I'll tell you, besides the food thing, I'm also very interested in politics. So one of the things that I love a lot is Gary Jordan and Sean Pittman on The Usual Suspects.
Cool.
So can you go as far back as last Saturday?
Well, absolutely. So not all of our programming has its own tab, right? Like, for example, news is very broad. You could go under news and find a particular segment, but The Usual Suspects is located right under television. So I'll drop that down, click on Usual Suspects here, and then in my video player, I can scroll back pretty substantially, all the way back to November 3rd, and I think even further still if we allow it to load further than that. So last week, sure, no problem.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to go back and catch up on things that I missed. And can I see the whole show, or is it a summary? I mean, what's really there?
I believe this is the entire show.
That's awesome.
And when it loads, it'll give you a timestamp and let you know exactly how long your video is.
That's great. Well, if you want to know more about technology, tune in again to Ageless in America for another Digital Minute.
The Area Agency on Aging for North Florida is an aging and disability resource center for the Panhandle and Big Bend regions. We can help you apply for Medicaid, long-term care, and we offer a network of community partners for senior health and wellness. Services include elder abuse prevention and awareness, Medicare and long-term care counseling, as well as our Elder Helpline, connecting elders and persons with disabilities and caregivers to community resources. Call us today.
Journey to a hidden kingdom, where the smaller you are, the bigger the adventure. Danger lurks in cracks, in shadows. Discover tiny heroes and an adventure of giant proportions. Tiny Giants.
Now playing at Challenger IMAX. Visit challengertlh.com or call 644-IMAX for showtimes.
Well, we got another clip coming up.
Well, we do, and some time ago I did an interview with Twyla Sketchley, and she is an elder law attorney with the Sketchley Law Firm, and she's going to help us understand what they call the guardianship services. I mean, it's just an incredible program, so let's take a look at that interview. Tell us a little bit more about it, Twyla. What exactly is it, and how do you help people?
Office of Public Guardian is one of a number of not-for-profits in our state under our public guardian system. And what they do is they are court-appointed to represent, as guardian, incapacitated adults who have no friends or family to act as a family guardian or assets in which to pay for a guardian. So they're all alone. And they may be all alone because they're the end of their family line. They have no children, their spouse is dead, their siblings are dead. Or they may be all alone because they've been abused and neglected by their family, they've been exploited by their friends and family. So what happens is someone steps in, oftentimes it's a hospital or a nursing home or a church member, and files to have a court-appointed guardian and asks that the public guardian be appointed.
Are there any warning signs? I mean, can you give us an idea of maybe what would be some warning signs?
Well, if you have, let's take for instance your church. We all have members of our church that are elderly, and we sit next to them every Sunday, and all of a sudden they're gone. Maybe they got a new caregiver and they're suddenly missing. And you go over to visit them. They might smell bad, like they haven't bathed. Or maybe they can't get out of their house. They don't have a caregiver. They no longer can take care of themselves. They can't bathe. They may not be eating properly. Their house may be unclean. In sense of exploitation, maybe they have their utilities shut off. It may be that you assume they have plenty of income, and all of a sudden they no longer have the ability to buy food or clothing. They're not dressed appropriately for the winter. Their caregivers are no longer coming to take care of them. Those are all signs that they may be being abused, neglected, or exploited.
Would we be surprised at what happens within families with a case like that?
I think you would. We often look at exploitation, abuse, and neglect of our elders as something that happens because of strangers. But it oftentimes is family members, and it's not always out of malice. Sometimes it's a stressed out caregiver who's missed too much work and they can't make their rent payment, so they use some of mom's money. And while we're sympathetic to that, that is still exploitation. That's still taking money from an elder for your own use. Right. And there are cases where there are just people who do bad things.
Twyla, if somebody wants more information or wants to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
They can contact the Office of Public Guardian at 850-487-4609, or they can fill out a referral form online for the Office of Public Guardian at bigbendopg.org. Okay. I'm a private attorney, so my office number is 850-894-0152.
Okay. Twyla, you've been doing this how many years now?
About 9 or 10 years.
Wow. So you know of what you speak.
Yes.
Thank you for being our guest on today's show. And you stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, Well, welcome back to Ageless in America. We only have a few minutes left, but Lou, you have some important information there.
Yes, I do. You know, one of the great things about the show is that we get to share some information with you. And in addition to the Alzheimer's resource booklet that we showed you earlier, this is a brand new seniors activity book that is put out by the Tallahassee Senior Center.
Wow.
And they have hundreds and hundreds of activities. And these just came out, so you need to run down there. They'll flash the number on the screen, 891-4000. Call them, make sure they've got some available. It's right downtown on the old Armory.
Good.
Down there where they can pick those up. So it's got a lot of great programs. And we got some events coming up.
Right.
It's the 20th anniversary of the Downtown Marketplace.
That is such a fun place to visit.
It really is.
Every Saturday morning, boy, just crowds down there. So if you get
yeah.
a chance, you need to take advantage of that.
And in addition to that down there, there's a St. Patrick's Day parade.
Good.
Coming up. And it's from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And there's going to be a lot of family fun on Clayman Plaza. With the headliners are the Crooked Kilts.
Well, that sounds good.
Yep, it sounds like
But we have so many activities going on in this area, I tell you. If you want something to do, please be a part of some of the activities that we talked about today. But definitely, we enjoyed having you with us on Ageless in America this morning. And
I got something else to share.
What's that?
If you want to watch former episodes of Ageless in America, go to agelessinamerica.org.
That's right.
.org, or localseniordiscounts.com.
Or set your digital video recorder.
There you go.
I got it.
Stay active.
And remember, stay healthy. Bye-bye, everybody.
Come home. You're rocking all night long.
I got you in the mood, didn't
It did get me in the nude.
In the nude?
I said in the nude. That goes on the pooper reel.
Brought to you by the Area Agency on Aging for North Florida.